So, about a year and a half ago, I did a ranking of all the Fnaf games, worst to best, but rather it be that I literally forgot to include UCN, or more likely that since then, 3 new games, as well as one announcement of another game have come out, I decided what better time to do another. Well, I mean August, but it's too late, I can't stop the Fnaf month grind. I would like to mention that this is my personal ranking of the games, which sometimes is more objective and sometimes is more of how much personal enjoyment I get out of them, rather than how good they may or may not objectively be. Without stalling, since I don't have a sponsor and probably will never even be monetized, let's get into this. The gimmick of this game was cool for a little while, you know, and I'm aware that at one point in time people played this game and thought it was cool. I remember like watching my friend play it, but God has it not aged well at all. This game literally does not even technically exist anymore. Pretty soon people are gonna start surcharging phones on eBay with special delivery installed. The game is buggy, full of useless and downright horrible reskins of existing characters, and if you need any further proof, Illumix discontinued support for this game, and as far as I'm aware it isn't even downloadable anymore. 3 out of 10. 5 Laps at Freddy's. This game is fine. It's goofy, it's fun, and I know that they're patching bugs actively, but I wrote this before I realized they were patching anything. Anyways, look, I know that technically speaking, it's probably a little unfair to me to rank this game so low, considering the fact that it isn't even fully out yet, technically. But at the same time, if the development has gotten to the point where it's a demo, it's more than likely par for the course of the full game, even if not entirely. With that in mind, this game isn't even that bad. It's just that its bugs and flaws are really annoying and could have easily been fixed. For starters, you can only back up if you are using a controller because the mapping in this game is absolutely terrible. My first time playing this on PC was not so great because whenever I could drift far enough to get a power up, and then just barely, the keybind to use it was I. Yes, you can rebind your keys, but besides that, some of the maps aren't great, the cars in Midnight Motorist level are way too fast, and some of the characters are just off, and some of the character designs are just awful. However, if you remove its issues, it is playable, kind of fun. Maybe I just suck at racing games. Yeah, I like to hold on to the nostalgia of the older Fnaf games when I have no other defense for them, but that's pretty much the only card I can play here. I do like the good ending of this game, I do like the idea. Springtrap is a menacing character, both in his design and his story, but he is a pain in the He will literally be at Cam 9 and then, error. And he flies to the vet and kills you instantly. And his jump scare, drumroll please, sucks! It's interesting to me how this game took Scott about 3.5 months, when Fnaf 2 took 2 and is still a better game than this. Also, this game introduces the trend of completely getting rid of Bonnie, or a major character, and overall I just find this game annoying, but still, not terrible. Ruin is a phenomenal DLC, aside from the main ending, which kind of makes me mad, and also proves map pack correct, most likely. What the hell even is Mexus? I don't know, but he's cool. The Mimic will be a good villain for Fnaf if used correctly in the future, which is looking bright, but I may regret saying that a year from now. As for Security Breach, however, it's fine. I used to shit on this game all the time, and I'll be honest, I haven't played this one, but from all the gameplay footage I've seen, I think I can still review it. It wasn't very great at first because it was practically unplayable with bugs, but so many patches later, and from a core gameplay perspective, it's actually pretty alright. I think in a couple instances, this game can build a sense of dread, or to dumb it down, horror, though also not really. My favorite thing about this game is probably the character designs. They still did Bonnie dirty in this game. I know Bonnie Bowl was going to be an actual minigame in Ruin, but they didn't. However, Monty almost makes up for that. Roxy is fine. I like when you steal her eyes. Glamrock Chica is also fine, though kind of a lazy design in my book. I hate Gregory with every fiber of my being. Sun is a character dedicated to fatherless people, and Burn Trap ruins the Pizzeria Simulator ending, but that's not completely Steel Wolf's fault according to Scott Cawthon himself. So I guess it was a little harsh to rank this almost dead last in my previous ranking. 6.9 out of 10. This game is just too much. And that was the point, I'm aware. For a more seasoned player, skilled enough to beat the average Fnaf game, this game has everything you need. It's reasonably funny thanks to the wide array of voice lines in this game, but I feel like it becomes too much. I don't like the mechanics of various characters in this game, and it kinda gets annoying after a while. Still though, good game. I've never liked anime, and don't really like the anime cutscenes in this game as a result, but that's besides the point. 7 out of 10. Fnaf World. Fnaf World is a very different game from the rest of the series, even now. Though its release version was pretty rough, causing it to be taken off Steam, it was mostly fixed and then released on GameJolt, where it still stands today. And I'll be honest here, I haven't played it, but from the looks of it, there's a really good game in Fnaf World. Maybe it's not the most exciting thing on the planet, but the passion for game making really shines through, and the DLC for this game is also pretty good. Sister Location. I really think I might do a whole video on Sister Location, because it annoys me just how overhated this game is becoming. It's really overhated for what it is, honestly. Is it boring? Especially in this case, because this game has the most yapping and exposition dumping imaginable? Yeah, but in my opinion, this game is somewhat replayable. Also, this game gave us hand unit. Anyways, I think the Breaker Room minigame, though the difficulty curve in this game sucks, is pretty cool. Though the Help 1 and 2 version of the Ballora Gallery section is probably better, I think this one still does hold up. And as for the Breaker Room minigame in Help 1 and 2, I'd say this one is more scary. Say what you will, the custom content and Ender Knight in this game is gas. I think this game also has one of the better endings of the series, regardless of the reception of it nowadays. And this game is the first mainline FNAF game with voice acting. Still though, Baby shows up in game one time. If you die on any night, you will most likely have to completely restart it. And Night 4 was so hard on launch that, say it with me FNAF fans, Scott had to patch it. Yes, this game is boring, and even though I praise the jump scares, not all of them are great, but despite all of its flaws, there's something I just like about this game, though I don't know what it is. And also, exotic butters.